Just keep your phones on silent and feel free to have fun. So just to see if you guys are awake, who rules the world?
Girls!
Who rules the world?
Girls!
Thank you. We're here. Okay. You ready for the next feature? This lady I saw for the first time on a Monday here at the venue. And she was very quiet. And shy and scared, and you know, she got up here and I was like, okay. And then she opens her mouth. And it's like every time I see her, she's more and more and more out there. And I'm getting to know her little by little. I know that she has twin girls and I have twin boys, so we have that special bond. But you're gonna love her. Welcome to the stage, Lisa.
Yes.
Good evening. I'm excited to be here at Ladies' Night. I would like to wish Chris a happy birthday up here. It's his day. But he's here supporting me, so I appreciate that.
Awesome.
So tonight I have a collection of poetry told from very diverse female perspectives.
Okay.
So the first one is called Damn Girl. Hey, sweetheart, you are hot. These men I think are homeless, sunning themselves on a street corner, taking in the scenery before the homeless shelter across town opens back up for the night. Are you Irish, honey? These men I think are harmless, seeking refuge on the city's sidewalk. They are the disenfranchised who have been left to rot by a system that worships gold and treats dark skin like disease. Damn, girl. These men, I think, are not my enemy, but they are the prime reason why for most of my life I've been afraid to walk on the street alone, and why I have on sweatpants and no makeup if I do. I bet nothing ruffles those fine feathers. These men, I think, believe they proffer compliments because I have to say thank you and act as if I appreciate what they have to say in case if what I'd like to say turns them into something dangerous. Baby, your ass is out of control. These men, I think, are better than this, but I'd still like to say, fuck you. But I cannot face them again, so I walk a different route home, hating myself every step of the way. This one's called A Letter to My Offspring. My dear children, I thought that when the end was finally nigh, I would beg for my release, that I would beg for the bliss of euthanasia rather than be held prisoner by this disease, that I would welcome a swift denouement to wash away a body that can no longer sustain me. Instead, I find a need to fight, not for me, but for you who depend upon me. I think of your beautiful faces, wide-eyed, hair rippling, bright futures at your fingertips, and I imagine your shock at my demise, your graceful features turning ghastly with loss. You see, I've experienced decimation before. Havoc has been wreaked on this body in the past, and I have nearly let myself slip away more than once. So I comprehend what a finite existence is, but I cannot bear to hear the lament of you, my children. Now, when the end is nigh, I find myself fighting the detritus clogging my heart and lungs, the poisons contaminating the bloodstream, the uncontrollable temperature. And I watch as my doctors refuse to believe the facts on my chart outlined in dark ink. I thought that when the end was finally nigh, I would beg for release. Instead, I'm begging for you to help me. I forgive you for infecting me with this disease. You are my children, and I would sacrifice myself for you, but please, if you choose to ignore the writing on the wall, you will administer euthanasia to us all. Love always your Earth Mother, Gaia. This one's called Penmanship. Ink slipping across paper, the scritch of ballpoint against vellum, the slur of moist cursive filling a slick page, breathy exhalations between pointed imagery, scintillating gyrations with curvy syntax, lusty sighs beneath figurative language, poignant aches crouched inside every punctuation mark my need. An empty folio, yearning for you to fill me with your masterful penmanship.
Yes. Yes.
This one's called Putting Your Penis in a Box.
Hey.
Let's talk about the friend zone. That's the box you put your penis into when you're too chicken to speak out, because women are not fucking mind readers. Let's talk about being cock-blocked. That's the wall that goes up for our defense when you behave like a prick, because women don't have to put up with your bullshit. Let's talk about being pussy whipped. That's the cage you put your cock into when you let it make decisions for you, because women can't magically take away your free will. These constructs are the nightmares of a patriarchal society. They force our minds into patterns that damage our souls, like the woman who feels a need to carry her man's balls in her purse, like a woman who can't resist trapping a man with a lie, like a woman who uses sex as a weapon to snare a sugar daddy, like a woman who toys with her tadpole just because a cougar can. But let's face it, after a lifetime of hearing men talk smack about punting the cunt, wetting their dick, beating them guts, doing a sloppy, banging a side piece, hitting a dime, tagging a whore, getting some skank, how do you expect us to behave?
Yes.
We
Yes.
have been battered so badly that now all we know how to do is scheme. We bear the brunt of our own pain, battling each other until walking into a room of women can be like walking into an arena of gladiators.
Yes. Yes.
How dirty must the patriarchs of our society have trained us to play if this is the level of viciousness upon which we choose to stand? So let's talk about the lie, where women who give out are sluts and women who don't are bitches. Let's talk about the fairy tale, where men are white knights who are obligated to rescue us and who should always fix our problems. Let's talk about the myths, where men are free to sow as many wild oats as they'd like, but women must be virgins on their wedding nights, given away by a patriarch like prized cattle in pristine white dresses that no one could ever keep spotless.
Yes.
This one's called Seeds. Right up and down. Okay, Seeds. His red fuzzed knuckle swept across the bridge of her delicately freckled nose, blood spewing across the fuchsia posies and frilly lace border of her little girl's pillowcase. The battles had volleyed from the cheap brown sofa in the dirty double-wide with the tiny den to the scrubby grass in the parched backyard of the dusty gray house on the corner. Fights had sputtered from one residence to the next, died out when the cops showed up, then flared again in yellowing bruises and purplish welts that matched the flowers on Sunday dresses she and her daughter wore every week to church services. The colors of their love, purpling hydrangeas and rust-colored peonies, one day bleeding into the next, wounds healing along biceps where they had been squeezed between clenched fists, and more marks appearing sporadically along jaw lines where they had been gripped and shaken by furious fingers. Until one night, an avenging Samaritan had heard enough, and with one warning and his 12-gauge, He finally ended that war.
Mm.
But all those poisonous seeds had already been sown into the spirit of the terrified child, who, with pink lips held pressed between white teeth, had witnessed all that brutality unfold, who, with her rose-colored cheeks streaked by tears, had tried soaking up all those bloodstains, who, with her glittering eyes staring vacantly, had stood testament to all of that savagery.
Mm. Mm.
And to end on a more up note, I guess, this one's called Sunbathing. Not a new one. The sand pressing against my fingertips, its heat and hardness, a physical presence that arcs beneath me. The breeze cascading against my skin, its breathy touch caressing my hair, teasing my breasts and kissing my thighs.
Yes.
The sun pulsating through me, penetrating every pore, flushing my heated skin, causing sweat to run in sensuous rivulets.
Mm.
The water, salty and suggestive, heaving between my legs, it clasps me against its bosom as I dunk slowly, enveloping myself in its salty chill, the relief it brings, a climax.
Mm.
That's how you end it right there.
Yes.
The last word on the
I'm sorry, that was Shily's.